Yo, what's up, guys? This is D Brown with Trackheads. I'd like to welcome you to another episode of Trackheads. So, we are currently watching the 2024 Paris Olympics. I just finished watching the men's 400-meter dash semifinals. Really quality race. We had the likes of Matthew Hudson Smith. We had the likes of Michael Norman. We had Quincy Hall. We had Doom. We had a lot of just different athletes that ran into the semifinals. As you guys saw in my previous prediction videos, I had a couple picks that did not make it, or at least one of my picks didn't make it through. Who did I have winning? I had Matthew Hudson winning, followed by Quincy Hall, followed by Doom. So with Doom, man, it looks like he pulled up in his race, which is very unfortunate. I think his hip flexor or groin he was holding in his race. I never got like the conclusion about what he actually injured, but it's unfortunate because, no one wants to be injured in the Olympic, process, whether it's a semifinal, final, etc. So it sucks. He kind of, that was my pick that I had. But it's looking like Kirani James is looking really nice. I know he didn't probably want to run that semifinal too aggressive, but the fact that he was pretty much well within himself to run that 43.7 was really impressive. So I'm gonna have a little bit of an audible. I think I had him as my dark horse just because he's been here before. I mean, he's been running like 44.4s, 44.5s for the majority of the year, so I did not expect for him to drop nearly 0.7 seconds to in the semifinal. The person who looks most poised to do well is Matthew Hudson Smith. Next is Quincy Hall. Michael Norman didn't look too smooth. I like how patient he was on the backstretch, but he wasn't as aggressive in his third 100. It seemed like he didn't put himself in a good position. The distance between him and Matthew Hudson at 300 was just like half a second, and in a game of inches, in a game of milliseconds, you can't have that much of a gap, especially when the likes of Matthew Hudson, he knows how to finish for the most part. He's not the best finisher in the world, but he's someone who can carry his momentum all the way around the track, and he gets out really aggressive. So I don't really see anyone challenging Matthew Hudson besides Quincy Hall, because he's the one that also looked the best. I mean, that dude has a really open stride. He looks dope. He looks smooth running all the way throughout. And like I said, one thing that was really impressive, I believe was it Matthew Hudson and Quincy and Bailey? Quincy, what's his name? Christopher Bailey was in the other heat with Kirani James. So my mistake, but yeah, he just looks the most smooth. The athlete that ran, I'm not sure who. I think he's from Zambia, somewhere in Africa, but that dude, I mean, he went 40. I don't think he ever ran sub 44 before, but he went 43.8, almost beating Kirani James, and that was really impressive. I don't have him as a, top 3 medalist, but definitely someone you should look out for, because if someone's willing to die behind getting themselves a medal, it looks like it's him, because, I mean, he pushed Kirani James to the brink in his semifinal run when he didn't have to. I mean, I feel like he could have skated through with the 44. I think he wanted to prove a point, and with the running that 43.3, kind of get inside of some of these guys' heads. So right now we have 4 or 5 guys that are in 43 shape that looks like they can really do well going into this final. Like I said, if I would have picked today based on the semifinals that I saw, I still think Matthew Hudson Smith is a formidable opponent. I think also Quincy Hall is a formidable opponent. And then I follow that up with Kirani James for third. Dark horses is that guy from Zambia, because it looks like he's so unpredictable, very open, very aggressive. I mean, the fact that he was able to finish off of that kind of fast 100, and he was able to outkick Christopher Bailey, who's a fantastic kicker, says a lot. I have Michael Norman at like maybe 5th, because again, unless he changes something, like usually we see him take it out hard, then he doesn't finish well. We see him take it out easy, he's not finishing well. So he's going to have to, if he's going to be that patient, which I like him patient, but if he's going to be that patient, he has to make sure he re-engages into the race from 2 to 3. If he has a fantastic 2 to 3, he's in the race at 300, and as long as he pumps those arms like he ain't ever pumped those arms before to have a nice finish, he should be good. But again, you're dealing with other finishers who are just as strong. Kirani James, Quincy Hall. Quincy Hall has a hell of a stride. He looks a lot stronger this year than he has been in years previous. Just wide open stride. And then of course Matthew Hudson Smith, who is not afraid to take it out, and he can finish pretty decently. So I'm really looking forward to see how the rest of this race and the finals go. I think the finals are either going to be tomorrow or the day after that, so should be really, really interesting. But yeah, guys, that's my 2 cents based on the recap of the semifinals for the Paris Olympics 400-meter dash for men. Thanks for watching. This is D Brown with Track Kids. Peace.